Good afternoon, Sir Marketing here with Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the street. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. I'm here with Mr. I like to call Dr. Delmonte, that's right, Madison. We're walking by. How you doing?
Good.
And the lovely, come on over, Sister Cisco. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Okay, there's a lot of information, folks. Please get your pens, get your papers together, get ready to take some notes, okay? Because this is for the community. This is a community effort that we're going to talk about, and that these are the things that we're going to eventually come into your community and help your children, and we're just giving back. So without further ado, we're going to talk to Brother Delmonte first. Brother Delmonte, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you came from. Before we get going, before that question, I cater to the youth, and a lot of people know that. And I want to know what inspired you as a child, what made you, because obviously you're doing something now that probably didn't know that you were going to do it early, but now it compelled you from something that was driving you when you was younger. What drove you?
To be quite honest with you, there's some experiences that took place throughout my life coming up as a teenager that pretty much gave me the motivation to be better than what it was I was seeing at the time. I had a strained relationship with my father, who was a minister, and the relationship became such a strain that I found myself running away from home a lot, approximately 6 or 7 different occasions. Had to make new friends because obviously I was staying with strangers at that point, and it was one of those things where I eventually found myself daydreaming in reference to what kind of father that I was going to be, and how I was going to treat others, and how I was going to be a better role model.
There we go.
Than my father, to be quite honest with you.
So your father somewhat inspired you,
absolutely,
to be a better person.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because
you end up going to college.
Absolutely.
See, so it doesn't matter. See, things are strained, but you found a way within yourself. So tell us about your any sports, any activities that you were doing.
Coming up, I was always an athlete, and I played every sport. But the one I fell in love with the most was basketball. I realized at a young age that I had a gift. I didn't realize that wasn't necessarily my purpose at the time, but I wanted to take advantage of the God-given talent I had. I wanted to share it with the world, and it led me to being able to take advantage of an opportunity to travel internationally to approximately 30 to 35 countries off the top of my head, sharing my gift.
Nice.
I speak a second language. I speak fluent Hungarian, which is where I spent the
A
majority
black
of my
Hungarian?
career. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Go ahead now.
So, I had a great career.
Say that in Hungarian. I had a great career.
Voltam és nagyon jó legiós Magyarország.
Okay, we got it in.
So, it was a blessing, and I took advantage of the opportunity and made the best of it, and
Nice.
it kind of propelled me into where I am right now.
Okay, now that's what we want to talk about right now. We want to talk about why walk a mile, passing forward, walk a mile. Where did that concept come from?
One of the things that when I soul searched towards the end of my basketball career internationally, one of the things that I prayed about was I wanted God to reveal my purpose to me, because towards the end of my career I realized that I wasn't truly happy with the game of basketball. So I wanted Him to talk to me and kind of give me some direction as to where He wanted my life to go towards the end of my career. I transitioned into finishing my education. I had an opportunity to get back into school. I finished my bachelor's degree in liberal arts, and then I moved on to finish my master's degree in special education. From that point, the vision became a lot clearer, because in my personal life, I've always had a giving and a selfless heart. So I would go down on holidays downtown Atlanta, and I would take the shoes off of my feet, and I would do certain things. I would feed the homeless during Thanksgiving.
With no shoes on?
Not that particular
holiday,
but
just checking.
Yeah. But there were occasions when I actually...
I'm going to ask you, what was the purpose of doing that? But go ahead.
And I did it. Sometimes, again, I would take the clothes off of my back. and literally distribute those items. I brought family members with me, and we would, have a little line, assembly line going, and distributing those different items. And one particular occasion, I got a vision. About creating the Walk a Mile Foundation, and I got that vision because I went alone. On one particular occasion, I literally took the shoes off of my feet. I blessed the homeless individual. I sat there for about 45 minutes. I talked to him, connected with him, and it turned into a great experience. It moved me in a way that caused me to want to make it something that was more of a movement. And that's when the Walk a Mile Foundation got going.
What year did you start that?
It was just under 12 months ago, so it hadn't been very long.
So that's good.
But
now it's time.
But it's been blessing me tremendously. It's grown a lot in this short time, and I look forward to a lot more.
But what is your main focus with the foundation? Is it the youth? Is it everybody?
It's everybody. It's our community. It starts out with the homeless community.
Yes.
But what I wanted, and the vision that I've always had, was I want the foundation to serve as a platform for athletes to give back to the community. To some degree, we've all, as athletes, been blessed.
Yep.
And I think it's only right that we find our place in the community and figure out how we can play more of an active role in giving back.
Well, one of the things I know about sports, that you've been accolades that are pressed upon us, because I was a ball player too. And a lot of people cheered for us. They came out to see us.
Absolutely.
To see us. So this now giving back just seems like the proper thing to do.
Absolutely.
That now, the cheering done went away. Now the angels, they're clapping down, right?
Absolutely. One of the things that I mentioned earlier about God revealing my purpose. My purpose wasn't necessarily to be a basketball player.
Right.
The vision came clear to me that He put me here to really
serve.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
now that's a passion.
Yeah.
Now you work on your passion.
Absolutely.
But you know what I tell people about their passion? You get paid for that.
Yeah. I mean,
that little bit of money was just a job you was getting over there. That was a pay.
Absolutely.
Now it's the passion time.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. And so now you have an event coming up tomorrow. That tomorrow meaning September the 20th. So if you see this broadcast late, know that it either if you see it now, it's happening tomorrow. But if you see it late, it already happened. But definitely get in touch with you. We're gonna give you some information so that you get in touch and help this awesome brother, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now tomorrow, what's the event all about?
Tomorrow, we put in place at the Adamsville Recreational Center at 3201 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Tip-off is at 1 p.m. We have a charity/fundraiser basketball game where we're raising shoes for the homeless.
Nice. All kinds of shoes, but slightly worn or new, right?
Absolutely. Slightly worn to you. Obviously, the homeless, they do a lot of traveling.
A lot of walking.
It's only right to provide them with something that can be of comfort.
Right.
So, and what's going on tomorrow is I've invited a lot of athletes. I have a couple ex-NBA athletes, some street ball legends. I have a couple figures from the community, a couple firemen involved, as well as a couple collegiate athletes from Georgia Tech will be involved as well, and some of the semi-pro athletes from ABA team, Atlanta Aliens is what they call it. So, it's going to be a nice show. I have some up-and-coming artists that think they can ball as well.
What? And then I might go throw the stick. It's been a long time, man, since I shot the lights out. But
knock down a couple free throws.
That's about it. Don't look for me to go to the river duck or anything. I'll tell you that. And you said fundraiser. What else? What do you hope that the community blesses the organization, the foundation with?
The purpose of the event tomorrow is to raise as many pairs of shoes as possible, because the following weekend, on the 27th, we'll be at 10:30 a.m. We'll be doing what I call my Walk a Mile event. Now, the Walk a Mile event is an event where we'll literally be taking the shoes off of our feet and walking a mile with the homeless to support the vision. And when we do that, what we're trying to say to the community is to put yourself in their shoes.
Or not.
Yeah.
And a lot of them don't have shoes.
Absolutely.
Put your feet
kinda
where they
ironic.
right.
Absolutely.
Put your feet where they put their feet, so they don't have no shoes.
Exactly.
You know, so in other words, so if you taking monetary donations as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, but this is a good time to go to the store and go buy some. Even if you feel, well, I don't have a lot of money, go to a Goodwill, and they got some nice quality stuff on the shelf, and go and bring you about 10 pairs of shoes down there. Then you know they're going to somebody. Some people like that. They don't know. I don't know where this money's going. Well, if you buy the products, the shoes, then you'll know.
Hand them over to a home.
Matter of fact, bring some socks too. Well, buy some socks. Buy some socks with those shoes, and bring those socks as well, right?
Absolutely.
That'd be a good thing, right?
Yep.
Okay, so monetary. How long is the event tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll be there from 12 to 4.
12 to 4.
Tip-off is at 1 p.m.
12 to 4. So that means get there early. You know, get your tickets, or is that
At
tickets?
the door. You can purchase tickets at the door.
Come on in. Come a little early. Make sure you have your seat. Okay? And if you have any children that can play ball and they're inspired to be a ball player, either female or male, right? And get them there so they can see what it's like for other ball players from the different genres, right, to come together.
Absolutely.
And have a big event for God's helpless people that's still trying to help themselves, right?
Absolutely.
Amen.
There's
Go ahead.
a couple performances that will be taking place at halftime, so look forward to that. Although we're going to have a lot of fun, and we'll have a couple performances from a gentleman named Dunchie Baby, who's a local artist out of Southwest Atlanta.
Yes.
As well as one of your favorites, Prince Nephew and Jamil. They'll be performing as well.
All right. Those mother good jokers.
And then we have a nice up-and-coming group that's recently performed on BET. A lot of people may be familiar with. It's going to be a surprise. But their name, they go by Foray. And it's going to be a nice show. But it's also a platform to address a couple serious issues as well.
Oh, okay. There you go. See, so not only just going to see some basketball, which is entertainment, and then you have some musical entertainment.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to have some spiritual entertainment.
Absolutely.
That's the
combination. That's the combination.
And I know that I'm going to ask this Sister Cisco here, Tina Cisco, right? Okay, we'll just turn it over here real quick. So you are hosting.
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's before we go into the host, let's tell her who you are and what you do, and then how you get ready to bless Atlanta because you come to live here and bringing that smile with you.
Yes, hello. My name is Tina Cisco, and I'm originally from Hampton, Virginia, and I'm in transitioning of moving to Atlanta, Georgia. I have a business that called Tina Sports and Glamour Entertainment, where that I actually, get involved with sports, fashion, and music.
Nice.
And of course what I'm wearing is a Cisco original. I love sports, so I have a lot of sports collections, any team.
Got the Ravens.
So all my life I was born and raised, doing charity events, Girl Scouts, in pageants, so reaching out to the community. I'm working, at nursing homes and, actually seeing, people from, health to, passing, with hospice. Actually, when I came here to Atlanta, I actually seen a homeless person where that he was in a convenience store and his sneakers was cut off at the top and his toes and everything was blistered and bleeding, and my heart went out to him, so, at that point, I'm like, well, I don't mean any harm or anything to come to you like this, but I want to know first, are you a diabetic? And they come to find out he was a diabetic. So by you donating shoes and socks and stuff, that it doesn't stop there. There's a lot of homeless people that suffer with diabetes. Okay, that's the number one cause of the homeless people losing their foot or toe or their leg,
or their life.
or their life. So it plays a big part for the community to pull together, to support this cause. And when I met Mr. Madison, Delmonte, and he was telling me, his story, his dream and his vision of wanting to help out the homeless and, doing this charity event, there wasn't any question of saying no or maybe or let me get back with you. You do what your heart tells you to do, and you have faith on whatever it is you set out to do.
That's right.
You
did it immediately, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, so Atlanta has been wonderful to me.
Yes.
And hopefully, I could be more service to Atlanta.
And before you go, I'm going to ask you, what is a host entail for this event? What are you doing as a host?
Well, as a host, number one, I will be introducing, I will be introducing, the athletes, their talent, talking with the people, motivating, getting to know, Atlanta, getting to know the people that's walking through the door. There will be a couple of homeless, coming to this event to listen to their stories, because like they say, don't judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely.
And don't assume that they're out there being homeless just because they want to be. It's a reason, and there's a situation that made them, be where they are today.
Absolutely.
So as a host, I'm all about getting involved. I love to talk, as you see.
Yeah.
So as a host, I will be getting into
doing what you do best.
doing what I do best, getting into the people business.
Funny. One of the things that really is making me move in a certain way is that, and I'm telling you about your children now.
Yes.
Bring your children. This is something that they need to see.
That's right.
They need to see something, people helping other people. It sets them up. It sets their mind up to help the community at large. When they get a taste of that,
That's right.
then you'll see later they'll want to do something to help the needy, not just homeless. There's
That's right.
needy people all over the place, right?
That's right, and I would like to add to that, Tina Sports and Glamour Entertainment, in the future, Walk a Mile Foundation will be joining together.
Nice.
And I will be looking for a lot of seamstress, fashion designers, stylists to pull together with Walk a Mile, and we will Stitch for Love.
Come on,
Stitch
man.
for Love is for all those kids out there that don't have, where that if their family lost their homes, if they lost their storage unit, they have all their clothing, if their parents can afford clothes and stuff for them. Christmas time is coming up. So this is called Stitch for Love.
Yes.
Where that we're joining together. So it doesn't stop on September the 20th where that we actually donating shoes for the homeless. It goes way beyond that.
Nice. And then give them your number. We only got a couple of minutes. So give them some contact information if somebody wants to get in contact with you.
Okay, with Tina Cisco Sports and Glamour Entertainment, that number is 757-713-1834.
Again?
757-713-1834.
And I thank you for that. God bless you. Now, Delmonte, has there been any changes since the last time? You want to share that? Any changes? Everything's happened? Just tell us the time and the time of the event again.
The event tip-off of the actual game is at 1 p.m. We'll get there sometime around 11:30 because there'll be some celebrity figures.
So get there a little early, like 11:30,
Yeah.
so you can gotta get some autographs and stuff like
That's
that for
right.
your kids to make sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, and what's the plans for a Walk a Mile, the next event? You have the next event in mind?
Well, the next event is on the 27th, the following Saturday,
Okay,
down
see,
at
that's
Hurt Park.
important. Say it again.
Hurt Park's address is 100 Edgewood Avenue.
Okay.
It's downtown. It's probably one block south of Walter's shoe store.
Okay.
Right next to Georgia State.
So this event tomorrow is going to lead into next week, and it starts at what time?
10:30. The Walk a Mile event starts at 10:30 a.m. on September the 27th. But tomorrow, the charity basketball game tip-off is at 1 p.m. at 3201 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive.
There we go. How to get in contact with
You
you?
can get in touch with us via our website. The address is www.iwalkamile.org. Again,
iwalkamile.org.
absolutely. www.iwalkamile.org. If you
Can they make donations?
Donations.
Not
We
online.
can do that online.
Now, what if they really want to talk to you and they got some thousands of dollars, or they got some shoes or socks and they want to give them to you tomorrow? What other way?
Two ways to contact us. If you want to email us, you can email us at pifwalkamile@gmail.com or give us a call at 321-765-9043.
Again with that number?
Again, it's 321-765-9043.
Well, brother, I think we did it. I thank you for allowing me to be one of the people that be in your life, to be able to do an interview and be able to give back some kind of way in the whole little space, right?
Thank you as well. Thank
Yep.
you as well.
And thank you for buying. He's also been buying into the fragrances too. So this is a great thing. And also Sister Tina's buying into the product line too.
Yeah.
So you gotta get your own product line, folks. And this is gonna do it.
I have a shopping area.
Say, go online.
If you go to our website at iwalkamile.org, hit the shopping tab, you'll actually see some of the fragrances created by Sir Markadoo himself.
Absolutely.
We have some branded items on there. Feel free to, if you can provide a donation, you'll receive those items being mailed, however it is that you see fit.
Amen. I tell you what, thank you, man. Thank you so much. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you need an interview, make sure you call me at 404-578-3549. Again, 404-578-3549 if you want to interview, okay? I want to thank you so much. God bless you and family. Sir Markadoo with Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the streets. Have a great day. Peace and love.